Hello, you're watching ESG Clarity, where today I'm welcoming back Amundi Head of ESG Research, Voting and Engagement, Caroline Meaux. Caroline, the last time we spoke for an ESG Clarity video in 2021, you said that Amundi would be using AGMs more to express its ESG view. So how have you demonstrated that since then?
Yes, hello, and thank you for inviting me. Yes, we did. We are now having a different way of using our voting rights. First, it would be in assessing the different shareholders' resolutions. So we do it internally, where we ask if we assess the value of different ESG shareholders' proposition. Then we have also what we are looking at. We ask when we have a compensation-related resolution, we ask that there is part of the compensation based on ESG or climate criteria, so which is important. And also we have a list of what we call ESG laggards, so company where we think they are not doing enough, or it could be just because they are not doing enough, or sometimes it's because of our engagement we are not positive enough, and we escalate through our voting. Either by voting against the discharge of the board members, or sometimes against the elections or the renewal of some board members.
Can you give an example of, so moving away from resolutions then, an example of when you have had to escalate an engagement, in any of the ways that you've mentioned?
So we, for example, on J-Power, which is a company where utilities in Japan, we were co-leads on a collaborative engagement on that company, and we escalate. It was in 2022, where we co-filed with the other co-lead three resolutions last year, and this is one of the escalation possible. Sometimes the escalation work nicely, like for example, we are lead on the climate action 100+ with a US company. We did escalate by filing a shareholders resolution, and the company did improve a lot this year. But you will never know if it's thanks to us or if the company was anyhow doing the work.
You mentioned this year 100+ there, and when we last spoke in 2021, it was a fairly new kind of group, and there was a lot of excitement around collaborative engagements, lots of things going on in that area. And a couple of years on, I mean, there's a little bit more not just criticism, but I guess people are a little more angsty to see the results, right, of groups like this. And we had engine number one's proxy contest back then as well. What do you think the future holds, and how do you think engagement can continue to be effective into the future?
So I think there is several elements we need to have in mind when we are speaking about engagement. First, engagement takes time. So, a big company can't change overnight. So even for the Exxon cases you were mentioning, the new board members, they were elected in 2022, and after they need to advocate internally, their cases. And then the company, even if there is something internal, they will have to assess how to do it before being able to communicate on it externally, because all these companies are highly regulated, so they can't say, they can't share any kind of internal discussion without, making it, proving it and having a plan. So it means that we don't know how effective are those three persons, but maybe they are very effective, but we don't know yet. And probably, and we will know maybe in 1 year's time. They need time to have any kind of effects. That's the first thing. Second thing, which is really important, that financial investors are just part of a system. They can't have an impact alone. By definition, utilities like J-Power, they will only do something if they are backed by their own governance. So, you know, we can push, for example, on what we think are the best practices for utilities if the Japanese government has a strategy as it is today, which is not in line with what we think will be best, like a phase out from coal by 2030. J-Power is not going to be able to deliver what we ask for.
But do you think then the investor engagement, excitement or claims in the future are going to need to be in this context of not actually being able to be effective without these other factors at play? Do you think there needs to be a little bit of a muting of what everyone can kind of expect investors are able to do or claim to do?
Being where I stand, I see that companies have improved, but when you are comparing to what we would like to achieve, you know, it's baby step. The thing is, engagements is baby step after baby step. And you could do a better improvement if the system is in line with what you ask.
Great. Well, thank you very much. And it's good to catch up with you again, Caroline.
You're welcome. Thank you.